This is our second week of our world traveling, I guess we'll call it. We don't really know where we're going or how long we're going to be gone or anything like that. So I don't really know what to call it. Like some people have our 1 year trip around the world or whatever, but I don't know how long we'll be gone.
Okay, so these are our highs and lows for this week. So my high is getting my nose pierced. Here.
My high is being able to see this country.
I'd say my high is probably what we did yesterday, which was we just walked like all day, and it was really fun. Even though there was some not so fun parts like waiting for the doctor or just generally waiting at random places. But it was overall pretty fun. I did like the food that I got last night. That was good.
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay, come with us today as we head out to Vaughan to get Riley her baby shots. So that's part of traveling with a baby and family, is you still have to do all the medical stuff while you're traveling. So we're going to go get her vaccines and figure out what that looks like here in Thailand. So we got to the regular doctor I booked the appointment at, and they didn't have like the proper vaccines. So he recommended that we go to a pediatrician. So we're just booking the Grab to go there. This is one of the terrible things about not having a car when you're in a country, is that you then have to like wait and pay for transport every little thing. So that's a bit irritating, but what we chose, and we'll figure it out as we go. Okay, so I made a little boo-boo and we ended up going to the wrong place at the wrong time. Well, the right place, wrong time. I think we're supposed to go down that little alleyway, actually. Yeah.
Sus.
Okay, so we went to the doctor to try to get Riley's immunizations. They did not do them because they didn't have all of them there. They recommended that we go to a pediatrician, so we tried to go there. I booked the Grab for too early. They weren't open till 4. In my head, I had it that they were open at noon until 4. Meanwhile, they're actually open at 4 until 8. So we tried to go to this temple beside us. It appears to be closed. We did find on Huahan Walking Street a place to do Emily's nose piercing, so she got that done, and that's ticked off the bucket list. But now we're just trying to kill 2 hours until the pediatrician opens and we can go get Riley her vaccine. Today we got Riley's vaccinations for her 4-month. We knew that we would have to get those while traveling. They cost 5,500 Thai baht. I'll put the currency exchange up here for Canadian and USD. So it was a pretty simple process once we figured out what we needed to do. So we went to like a regular doctor and he suggested that we go to a pediatrician. So that was our first mistake. In Canada, you don't go to a pediatrician for your vaccinations where we're from. So we went there, very simple. We just went in, told them what we needed, filled out the forms. She got her vaccinations, we paid for them, and we left. So very simple process. Everyone there spoke some English so that we could figure it out. And the doctor was very, very nice, very knowledgeable, made sure that we knew that we had to come back again at 6 months, which will probably be in Malaysia for those, but very nice that he made sure that we knew what we needed to do. So if getting the kids vaccines is something that's keeping you from traveling, just be rest assured that you can do that in whatever country that you're in. So we got these ones done in Thailand. We'll bring you along again when we get them done, probably in Malaysia, and then wherever we are for her 1-year vaccines. It's been kind of a tough week. I think the excuse of like jet lag and everything is gone. So we can't really like blame that for feeling off, but it's been weird, whether it's like culture shock or I don't know, but yeah, just a weird week. I've been annoyed at the diapers. I've been annoyed at some of the food or just not being able to find food for everyone. Like that was a low last week. It continues to kind of be irritating this week, but there is good parts too. Like we did walk along the whole beach line of Cha Am this week, and it was very beautiful. We got to see a lot of different things in the town.
So we just stopped at 7-Eleven, and I just wanted to say that we all heal and
So there's definitely like good parts. I think it's just settling into travel and learning what that looks like with 4 kids has been more challenging than I expected, being like traveling before. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I think a big part of it as well is not having a vehicle. We didn't realize how much that would really affect us, right? You don't really realize how much of an advantage having a vehicle is until you don't have one. Even just simple things like going for groceries. It's not I'm just going to run to the store quick and grab something. Going to the store quick and grabbing something isn't turned into a 5-minute task into hour and a half, 2-hour task for a quick trip.
Yeah.
And so just even little things like that, right? Or if you want to go out somewhere, you're either getting a Grab or a taxi or anything like that. You can't just jump in the car and go. And we did look into it. We weighed the pros and cons of getting one. And as much as we'd love to rent a vehicle, it's $600. And right now, as you know, we're just starting out on these world travels. It's just not something we want to have in the budget. Eventually, we'd love to get to a point where we're renting vehicles all the time as just like having one kind of thing. And it's not an issue in the budget. But as of right now, you know, it's one of the sacrifices we had to make in order to make this happen.
My low, I don't know. Oh, my low is that the pool got like kind of dirty, so we can't go swimming at the moment. And
Yeah, they redid this.
it's also like smoky outside, so that's not really fun, but
Yeah.
Milo is also that they put the silicone around the pool so it like sticks to you.
Yeah, they didn't let it dry. My low is probably how like tired or exhausted we all are still from the travel day.
Is that what jet lag?
Yeah, because I feel like we still are all generally still tired.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not tired.
Along with just in general the whole situation of travel day.
Yeah.
Like when we were researching how to do this or what to do as far as starting out our world travels, a lot of the people who are doing this aren't necessarily families. Like we see more now, and like us and a few other people have popped up in the last year even here on YouTube. But the amount of people that do this who are single or couples is much greater. And so you hear how like the transportation is super cheap and all of that. However, their transportation is usually a moped, and
Which costs $2 or $3 a day instead of a car, which is $40 or $50 a day.
yeah, and I don't feel comfortable putting our entire family on one moped. Well, that is okay for some people. It doesn't really work for us. So we would need like an actual car situation or something that could like easily seat all 6 of us. So just things like that we're learning as we travel as well.
Even things like Grab. We're a family of 6, and Grab has 4 people. So far, most of them have taken us, but we had one yesterday. We were in Hawaii at the doctor, booked a Grab to come pick us up. He showed up. How many people? Well, there's 6 of us. Nope, drove off. Okay, so now what do? Do you get 2 Grabs? Do you get the bus? So now that turned your $10 or $15 ride into $30 to $40. So it's just those little things too that add up.
Yeah, so it's just learning, I guess, how it's different for a family than how it is for a lot of people that you see online doing it. And then how the research that you do plays into that. I think we notice that even with the like accommodations. When we're researching, we see the accommodations are quite a lot cheaper for single people or couples. But then we sat down and thought about it. Oh, okay, but we're paying for like 6 people to stay somewhere. So it's a bed for 6 people instead of 1, and just all of those types of things. So it ends up being the same price, but obviously it's more because there's 6. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully as we share our journey, we can kind of share how it can work for families, or like different tips and tricks that we learn along the way, so that other people can see, oh, this is possible. If we're not just like 2 young people, it can be possible for like a whole family.
Yeah, and I think also we also have to look at the positive side of all this too, right? Because we don't have a vehicle, we're getting out, we're walking a lot more. We're being together as a family more, right? Spending more time. Taking the time to go to the pool because it's warm.
This is going to be Riley's first in the water experience. Yeah. Well, she won't know how to swim, but it's quite buggy today. Ooh.
Ooh, what's that?
Your face.
I don't think she likes it very much. The face of her. Oh, she doesn't want to be filmed.
Okay, so we've been to the pool a couple of times, but we never noticed this like secret special spot. It has these like jet chairs and then like a little deeper area where Caleb can kind of swim around. And yeah, so we just
found it today and we hadn't seen it before. Here's like the deeper area. So it's like a little deeper, and then at the back there's like these jet chairs that you can kind of sit in, and it's sort of like a hot tub, but obviously not hot, like it's part of the pool, but it's I can't really yeah, you can't really sit in there, but so this may be my new chill spot while the kids play in the pool.
But you can still on the beach over there.
Yeah, but I'll just be chilling here in this luxurious little lounger.
We're taking those walks along the beaches. You know, if you want a snack, you're burning the calories you're going to be taking in, kind of going to get the snack. So I think there's a lot of positives too, right, with it, as well as it kind of forces you to spend that time together a lot more too, as a family. Time when you normally go to the park and you'd let the kids run around. Now you're doing more intentional quality time as a family, where you're all talking together and spending that time, right? Because also the apartment's not very big, so you're not running away from each other either. So whether you're happy or mad at each other, you're 2 feet away. So I think it's been really good in a lot of ways as well.
Also, it's been cool to watch our kids in the last 2 weeks just kind of figure out what it's like to live in a different culture. They kind of express themselves more. They're like out a little more. Like Caleb was like waving and saying hello to the people as we're walking down this like Market Street yesterday. And yeah, they're just more outgoing towards people this week than they were last week. So I think that's cool to watch that change and transform. I also think that it's cool to kind of see the same faces over and over. So we chose, especially for this first year, to slow travel. So we're kind of in one place for like a longer extended time, and being able to see like the same people over and over and over, and them saying hello to them and stuff like that. It kind of, I don't know, it makes it feel a little more homey, if that makes sense. And I think that's been a cool experience to be somewhere and kind of get to know people. I think it would be better if we knew the language and could really get to know people. But I feel like we have had some cool interactions. We like met a lady who owns a coffee shop just down the road, and she was really cool to talk to, and she told us some stories about her life and how she had like moved away to raise her kids, and now she's back here to retire, and very cool Thai woman and just stuff like that. So I think you wouldn't have those interactions if you were doing such quick travel. Like if we were only here for 48 hours, we probably would have never met that lady. So that's been something I've been enjoying about being here longer.